The goal of a DevSecOps practice or a DevSecOps team is to release better software faster and more securely. Ultimately, security is everybody's responsibility, and so we share that here at Hypergiant. We are an AI and machine learning company, and we love solving really difficult problems with data in aerospace, defense, and critical industry. We also really developed a strong DevSecOps discipline as a result of working in those spaces. We're basically 100% infrastructure as code. We're fanatical about automating things. We're fanatical about how we observe things. And we want to be able to pick up and detect what's going on in our environments. And when it comes to observing what's going on, we can't have blind spots and we can't have silos. We need something that is going to observe and work the same in every environment that we deploy into. And for us, Lacework does that. Our problem was we were coming up against this problem with account sprawl, where we had lots of different AWS accounts and we had to go aggregate the logs from these. And we realized that we could aggregate and send logs into our log aggregation solution fairly easily, but once they arrived into whatever we're using for a SIM, the problem was writing rules. And we had to write a lot of rules. And we wanted to avoid that. We wanted to have something that was going to learn our environment and tell us things about it as we are writing rules. That's been another fantastic thing, is Lacework has minimized the rules that we have had to write. The effort to payoff ratio for deploying Lacework was fantastic. I've never had an easier to install product. Holy cow. It just props to the engineers. It was really, really good. So I think they gave me access to the Lacework demo at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I was done deploying it and had a multi-account CloudTrail and had completely aggregated all of the CloudTrail for 30 plus AWS accounts in under 2 hours. Click, click, wait. That was it. I mean, how much easier can it be? Holy cow. One of the main reasons that we went looking for a tool like Lacework was because we needed better visibility into what I call the ground truth, or what's happening in our production environment after things deploy. We were able to immediately start getting actionable alerts and start auditing our environments. We can audit all of our accounts with the click of a button to see what their configuration state is and if they're in compliance with certain frameworks or not. And again, super low effort, super high reward for the install and deploy process. Given the government work that we're involved in, it's very important for us to be able to bring an environment up to NIST 800-171 standards. Lacework was able to show us in sort of our test bed environment where we were deficient in our baseline configuration when we were comparing ourselves against the 800-171 and the 853 standards. I mean, they just came out of the box, had a far better understanding of where the controls could apply than I did, even after studying it for a while. Like, I was very familiar with the 800-171 standard, but then the gap here was, how do I apply this in the AWS environment? That trial period, that 2 weeks, we took an environment from effectively, nothing in GovCloud and brought it all the way up to 800-171 standard. That was able to land us some very important business, and we're actually continuing to see the results of that. It's not no rules, but it's also not all rules. It's a really, really great balance, and it's heavily shifted in favor of letting AI and ML do the thing. But I think Lacework's clever use and like judicious application of AI and ML to generate these and surface these events for us, and it's not super noisy, but we can still go audit and look at the raw data and see what's going on. We're getting more high quality events, and a lot of this log trash and alert noise is going away for us. I think I get probably 3 alerts a day or something like that, and they're pretty much always actionable, and I'm able to very quickly respond to these events. And it's really so much more than catching, bad guy hacker that's coming in from the outside. It's alerting us to supply chain problems. It's letting us know when we have developers who, we need to use alternative patterns, or there's some education that needs to happen. It lets us know immediately when new applications are launched or things are updated and stuff like that. We were able to consolidate multiple tools. I believe we actually ended up consolidating 3 tools together into Lacework for us, and then we were also able to integrate our existing chat ops and alerting tooling as well. Lacework is the other half of the feedback loop for us when it comes to developing our automation. So when we write something, we run it through our CI/CD pipelines. We make sure that it's secure according to the principles and practices that we're aware of, and then we deploy. Once it deploys, we have to go and make sure that what's running is what we think is running and that it is accurate. Lacework helps us verify those things by running these continuous configuration audits and letting us know that what we think we wrote is what actually landed in the environment. And I think Lacework did a fantastic job there.